Iran threatening to retaliate after Republican House leaders urged President Obama not to take action to weaken sanctions against Iran. Speaker Paul Ryan, Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy, and Foreign Affairs Committee Chairman Ed Royce saying they expect Congress in the coming days to send the president legislation extending sanctions for 10 years. But Tehran says that move violates the Iran nuclear deal. Retired Lieutenant Colonel Ralph Peters is a Fox News strategic analyst, and he joins us now with more. Thank you very much for joining us.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes, to you too. So would this be a violation, as Iran is saying?
No, because they were actually separate sanctions, separate deals. But the problem now is that the Iranian hardliners are used to getting their way. President Obama and Secretary Kerry signed a woefully one-sided deal that does not serve our interests. There was a massive giveaway to Iran. And the tragedy for us, the potential tragedy, Heather, is that President Obama is clinging to this as the last vestige of his foreign policy legacy, awful though it is. And he is trying, before, as a lame duck, to further loosen sanctions, to grant more licenses for U.S. businesses to do business with Iranian corporations, including some in which the Iranian Revolutionary Guards are a partner. And when I talk about tragedy, here's where it lies. By closing off, as Obama is attempting to do, our peaceful leverage, sanctions, denial of business licenses, control of the U.S. dollar in international trade, by closing them off to President-elect Trump, he leaves President-elect Trump only a military option in a crisis. So I think President Obama, the great peacemaker, is, however incidentally, steering us on a path to a military exchange with Iran, and I'm convinced that we and the Iranians in the next few years will be shooting at each other, hopefully only on a small scale.
Well, in terms of the nuclear deal itself, the president-elect has made it clear that he does not agree with it. He intends to change it. And also a couple people that you know that have been named in the administration so far, Lieutenant General Mike Flynn and then Michael Pompeo as well.
Well, certainly, it's just a bad deal. This is not about politics. It's not about, oh, get Obama, trash his legacy. Not at all. This is a deal that merely put Iran's nuclear program into slow motion. But the research goes on. We cannot even inspect their most sensitive sites. They're really allowed to continue doing everything. But the worst problem we have, apart from the looming military confrontation, is that President Obama is clinging to this deal, this bad deal, so desperately that has paralyzed our foreign policy in the Middle East, allowing Iran to not only capture and humiliate our sailors, but to run roughshod in Iraq, in Syria, where they're partners with Vladimir Putin and the Assad regime, in Lebanon, in Yemen, in Gaza. So Iran is building a new Persian empire while we are doing nothing except sending them cash payments now and then.
Well, we know that
it's a real mess,
doesn't like people